I just did 723,000 euros with dropshipping in just 28 days, and in this video I'm just gonna show you literally everything. As you can see right here, in February we did 723,000 euros in revenue with a profit of 162,000 euros. And as you can see, at the end of the month we actually experienced some payment processing issues, which meant we lost some money. But I'll go over everything. I'll tell you what we did right, I tell you what we did wrong, and at the end of the video you'll most likely be able to copy me. And as you can see, to start, this is one of the 4 stores that we have. As I said, we have 4 stores. We have one German store, which is this store. We have another Swedish store. We have another Dutch store. And we also currently run a store in France. Now, the 2 biggest things about the way I dropship that differentiate what I do from most of the other gurus you see online is the fact that we use Funnelish instead of Shopify, and the fact that we run in EU markets instead of in the US markets. I'm gonna explain exactly how Funnelish works and how EU markets work in a later portion of the video, but first we have to start with finding the right product to sell. To do revenue like this, as you can see, more than 20, sometimes even 30,000 euros in a single day, you need to run a bunch of products and you need to select the right ones, which we do by going to the spy tool Minia. Now, there are a bunch of spy tools out there. They are almost all the same, but my preference goes to Minia. And if you click right here on ads and then on Facebook, all that's left to do is set up the filters. I like to select Shopify, minimum likes of 500, so I know that the competitor ad that we might find has already spent some money, and minimum comments 100. These are the filters I usually like to start with because you do not need anything else to find a bunch of products. As you can see, the third product that I already see on this list is some sort of comfortable bra. Why does this interest me? Because out of all the winning products that I've had so far over the years, the most scalable winners for me personally were always in the health and in the beauty niche, which means that a product like this, which is a comfortable push-up bra, fits perfectly in my criteria of a winning product. So this would literally be a product that I might consider selling. Let's look at the competitor store and see how they have set it up. They sell this bra for $45. You have to know this you can probably source either on AliExpress or via my private supplier for around $7. So they have a very juicy profit margin, and people usually buy more than one of these. So this would be a really good product to consider selling. Again, on Minia, to find more products, all you want to do is just set up the filters and start scrolling and filter yourself by just health and beauty products. Here we can see a very interesting ad. This is not a video ad, but an image ad. Let me click it. As you can see, they are doing Botox to this woman, but then the ad description says, wife's secret to a wrinkle-free face, say goodbye to fine lines and hello to glowing skin. I'm pretty sure they're not actually selling Botox needles, so let's look at what they're actually selling. And they are selling a balm for on your face, grass-fed tallow balm with honey and whatever ingredients. The store is extremely ugly, so I'm not sure if these people know what they're doing. It looks very outdated, but the ad itself has 5,000 likes. Now, this could be fake engagement, and that is why we also filter by comments. 1.9k comments, you can be pretty sure that the engagement is not fake then, especially in combination with the high amount of shares as well. So I'm pretty sure that the engagement on this ad is actually natural and real. And it's obviously a very unique angle because they sell an anti-aging product. They in the ad compare it to Botox, but instead what they actually sell is a balm with beef tallow for on your face. Immediately you understand that this product is 100% natural and it is not as invasive at all as Botox, and you now have an anti-aging product for just $32.95 instead of the thousands of dollars that Botox actually costs. The perfect winning product, and we're running a bunch of them. Now, once you find a winning product like this that you want to test, the next step is actually finding a good market to sell to. As I listed in the beginning, there are about 4 markets that we currently sell to, and we test a lot of markets from time to time on the side as well. But the perfect beginner market, in my opinion, is the Netherlands and Belgium. So these 2 countries both speak Dutch. They're both European countries, and you can target them both together by having your whole store and all of your ads in Dutch. Now, how much effort is it to have your whole stuff in Dutch? Literally no effort at all, because ChatGPT now exists. As you can see, this is an example of one of my Dutch old winning funnels. You can find the link for this exact template in the description below, so you can just import it straight into your Funnelish account. You do not even have to get the paid plan in the beginning if you don't want to. You can get started with this whole strategy for free, but this template itself you can just import, as I said, and edit the text and the images to whatever product you selected during your product research. Now, if I wanted to edit this template right here, here to the beef tallow that we found just right here, I would do some research first with ChatGPT. Now, to edit the funnel to your product that you selected, it's not hard at all, but you do want to follow the structure that is already laid out in this template. For example, we start here with a made-up brand name. In this case, it's the Warts of Cream. Then you want to type a vertical line, and then you want to talk about the main benefit of your product in a very specific and aggressive way as well. So in the case of our beef tallow anti-aging cream, I would come up with something myself, like we can keep the brand name F-Balm, for example. And then I would say in English, but then you would translate it to Dutch later on. Removes fine lines and wrinkles in just 5 days completely. Something like this would be absolutely perfect. You don't want to make your title too long. 2 lines is the sweet spot, but again, be bold with your claims, be aggressive, and also be specific. If you can add a time frame, then do so, because this makes it way easier for your customer to visualize the effect of the product. Now, an image like this, until 1 week ago, it used to be a little bit hard to edit it. Now, however, with ChatGPT image generation, this has become absolute child's play. What you can do is you can right-click and you can save this image as and just download it to your computer. You can then upload it into ChatGPT. Then you can do the same with the image of the product that you selected during product research. And then you can come up with a very simple prompt in ChatGPT. So I just came up with this very simple prompt. Let's see if it works. The first image is a product image with some extra details. On the left, you see a doctor. On the top right, you see a before and after of a face with a wart being removed. And then you see the product packaging of Warts of Cream. Image 2 is another product. I need the Warts of product to be replaced by the product on the second image. Let's see if this works. And boom, we now have our perfect replacement image. The only thing left to do is to replace this before and after with an anti-aging before and after. So let's try this now. Perfect. Now I need the before and after part of the wart being removed on the top right to be replaced with a before and after. Let's see what it gives us. As you can see, this is literally perfect. I just created this entire image, which used to take me 10 minutes in Canva, now takes me 30 seconds in ChatGPT. And we can now use this image to just replace this image. Now it's time to come up with the 4 main benefits of the product. And how I would do that is also with ChatGPT. So what I would do now is I would create a new chat and I would give it some details about the product. I would say, I'm selling this balm product that removes fine lines and wrinkles in just 5 days. It's made out of beef tallow. Now give me 4 short benefits, maximum 6 words long, that are super aggressive and specific. That's the whole prompt. You press enter and now you have your benefits. Once you have your benefits, you can copy paste them right here, obviously in Dutch. And now you can use these benefits as your headlines as well. So we have a bunch of headlines, as you can see throughout the entire funnel page. You can just copy paste them from your benefits. And then the last thing we want to do is come up with the paragraphs. And how you do that? In that same chat with ChatGPT, you just ask it, here is a headline. You paste the headline. Now generate me a short paragraph that supports this headline and highlight the most important words in bold. Boom, you now have your paragraph. If it is longer than this, just ask it, make it 30% shorter or make it 40% shorter. And this is really how we make our advanced funnels that we scale to hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. Lastly, these GIFs, we always just take them from the ads. Something like this you can also just generate with ChatGPT, as long as you know how to write a good prompt. And this will allow you to make a funnel like this for whatever product you found in around 1 hour to 2 hours. Now, as you can see, this entire page is super advanced. It looks super clean, and obviously you could not make this happen in Shopify. So this is the exact reason why we use Funnelish in the first place, because of the ultra advanced customization that it gives us, which means more conversions for us, which means we can scale our product higher and faster than the competition. And once we are scaling it, it's not like you can just export and import this product page into your own Funnelish account from a competitor like you can on Shopify. Someone has to completely rebuild this entire funnel, which takes quite some work. So not only can you scale faster and higher, but also for longer. And these 3 benefits personally make it enough for me to use Funnelish instead of Shopify. Let's take a look at the checkout. As you can see here, you have the option to choose between 2 pieces, 4 pieces, or 6 pieces. There's no one piece bullshit where your average order value is super bad. We have pre-selected bundle deals, and the 2-piece bundle is pre-selected by default, giving us an average order value of $40. Then we add some testimonials. We have an express priority shipping upsell, adding another €4 of pure profit to our total margin, and that's it. Now, once you've built your entire funnel, obviously you need to run ads. We're not going to be doing any TikTok organic. We're not going to be running on TikTok ads. We're not going to be running on Google ads. What works the best in 2025 for products like these that sell to older women is Facebook ads. It's always been this way, and it's probably not going to change anytime soon. Now for this product specifically, what ad would we run? We would literally just download this picture ad. We would not change anything to it. If it had text, we would translate it into Dutch, and we would run this on Facebook ads. Now if it is a video, for example, like the bra that we first found, if it has text to speech in the background or subtitles or both, we would download this video and we would put it into Veed.io. We would cover up the subtitles and cover up the text to speech. The entire process to do that for one video takes about 15 minutes because Veed.io also uses AI. There's a tutorial about this, by the way, in the description below. But that's what we would do for videos as well. For both videos and images, all you do is copy, paste and translate. This is because your initial test has to be done as fast and as cheaply as possible. There is no need to order UGC yet. There's no need to create custom winning. Just copy and paste what the competitor is doing. You're already improving on it so much, which makes it very likely to work in a specific European market. Now, if we take a look at some of our campaigns, as you can see right here, this campaign has spent about 5K. This is what I call a semi-winner, but the campaign setup is always the same. Let me show you. We always start our campaign as a $100 CBO campaign. You can select Advantage campaign budget right here, turn it on and set it to $100 or euros starting budget. Inside the CBO, we will have one ad set in the beginning. We will not select any targeting for this ad set. Per market, you want to have one pixel. As you can see in this campaign specifically, this is for Germany. We have our pixel selected, Germany help. Just have one pixel per market because it's important to separate it. Then the conversion event, we will always select purchase and we will not set a cost per result goal. We will always set a start date to the next day whenever we're launching it at 12 a.m. midnight. And then as far as the targeting and the locations and stuff go, the only thing we do is we select the countries where we'll be selling in. For the German market, in our case specifically, we select Germany, Austria and Switzerland because that's where they speak German. You can combine some countries if they speak the same language and if they use the same currency, but you can also just target Germany alone. In the case of the Netherlands and Belgium, which is the market that you should probably start in, select both the Netherlands and Belgium, and that's it. You're not going to select a language. As you can see, we leave it to all languages. We're not going to select an age, even though 90% of our buyers are 40 plus. We want to leave all of this to Facebook to decide for itself, so it has as much room as possible to optimize. Then for the ad, you just upload your ads one by one. I prefer to have 3 ads for every single product that I launch. For example, if we only found one ad initially for the bra, what I would do is I would take a look at ads from the same advertiser and see if they have any other popular ad for the same product. As you can see here, they have a second ad for the same product with 7,000 likes. Here they have one with 14,000 likes. I would then download these top 2 other ads and translate them again, and we'd have 3 ads in total to launch. You just upload them in here and you just copy paste the primary text and the headline and translate them into Dutch. For the call to action button, we always use learn more because I feel like that makes your ad look less like an ad for a Facebook user. If it says shop now, you're forcing the customer to already think about shopping, while with learn more, they make more of their own decision. This is not going to make a huge difference though, but it is my recommendation. And then you just click on publish and you look at what the ad is going to do the next day. Now to scale your campaigns, it is very simple. I'm not sure exactly when we started running this product. Let's see. Looks like we started on the 5th of February. It only had 1 sale, but I'm guessing it made more sales. Otherwise we would have killed it immediately. Sometimes the tracking on Facebook is off, so you always want to check your sales in funnelish per funnel. But what we did on day 1 is nothing. It started from $100 budget, but it spent only 60. So let's look at what we did the next day. Looks like the next day it spent the full $100 and it got us 5 sales with a ROAS of 2. Now for most products that we sell, our break-even ROAS is about 1.4 to 1.6, which means that if we have a ROAS of 2, most likely we are at a 20% profit margin, which makes it good enough to scale or to keep running. Let's see what we did the next day. We kept the budget the same to hope for an increase in ROAS. I guess this product specifically had a little bit of a lower break-even ROAS, but the next day, as you can see, it performed really well with a ROAS of close to 3. This means 100 euros in, 300 euros in revenue out. out. From the 7th to the 8th, we added 30% budget, as you can see, a 30% budget increase from 100 to 130, and the ROAS increased with it as well. Absolutely insane performance, as you can see, ROAS 4. We tested another product that had a ROAS of 3 on that day as well, so things were looking pretty good. Let's see what we did the next day on the Sunday. I'm guessing we serve scaled, and yes, we did. So as you can see, on the 8th, it had a budget of 130 euros. On the 9th, it had a budget of 343 euros. Now what you will also notice is that this was on a Sunday. So in the weekend, we have different scaling rules. Instead of just increasing our budget with 20 or 30% day by day, which is what we normally do during the week, in the weekend, if the performance is good, we will serve scale, meaning we will 3x or even 5x the budget on the same day. So as you can see, our budget for this day changed from 130 to 340, just to squeeze as much revenue and profit on that specific day as possible. And it turned out very nicely with a ROAS of 3 at the end of the day. As you can see on the 10th, we continued scaling a little bit. Then from 10 to 11, again, we scaled a bunch. And every single day that you see good performance, you just scale it with 20 to 30%. As you can see here, we scaled a little bit too high because the ROAS dropped a lot. And the next day we descaled this campaign and the ROAS increased again. Not all campaigns should be scaled the same way. You will feel that specific campaigns are scalable in different ways. Sometimes you scale a little bit too much, then your ROAS will drop and then you can just scale back and the next day the ROAS will increase again. Now this is just a little example of one product that we scaled. As you can see, we have a shitload of ad accounts where we're doing this every single day. This campaign right here is running on a 420 daily budget as I'm speaking. So the point of this whole strategy is to have a bunch of winning products like this. Now to get to your first 10K in profit in a single month, which is the most common beginner goal, all you need to do from my experience is just test one product every single day like this. So the entire guide that I just gave you, repeat it every single day with one product, test it the same way, build a funnel the same way, and you will see results. Now, if you want an extra competitive advantage, read copywriting books. Just look on Google for the top 10 copywriting and marketing books, read them, consume them, then find the PDF versions of those books as well and upload them into your ChatGPT so your copywriting will be as effective as possible. Not only do you want to teach ChatGPT all this stuff, you need a basis understanding of what you're doing as well. This will give you a huge competitive advantage because all dropshippers are lazy. Most dropshipping strategies are completely based off of copy pasting. And most of what we did here today is also copy pasting, but just improving the quality by about 40%. If you then, as a business owner, also understand exactly what needs to happen to succeed, as far as copywriting and marketing goes, there is no way you will not crush it. Now, if you want to do it the fast way and you want to learn from the mistakes that I have made over the past 5 years of doing this, and you want me to personally hold your hand and tell you what to do every single day, you can get my one-on-one mentorship. We do not let in just anyone. You need to be super disciplined. You need to obviously have a certain amount of starting capital, and you need to be fully committed that first of all, you want to become rich, and secondly, you're convinced that this is your path to it. If you think you have these things, then please book a free call with my team below, and maybe me and my team will personally hold your hand and guide you through this entire process, and we will get you to that 10K profit in the first 3 months as quickly as possible, because we've done it with 100 people before you. And if you don't have enough money yet to pay for a pretty expensive one-on-one mentorship, don't worry, I have a full free course below as well. Good luck.